Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very interesting. What happened was I did go through my news site. It's called, as you know, Außer Times. This is the a news site you know very well exists for quite some time. This website have had what I refer to as Google search. On a Google search, this website have had more than 1 billion results. People all over the world searched for this site. Now, it used to be that when you would enter in a Google search, also times, you definitely would get one as a search when you would enter this stuff inside, you would get this results you would get. It's like this now that you don't actually get absolutely anything. It doesn't appear anywhere. It appears as Monte Außer Obituary, Außer Times, Time to Care Außer, and who knows what, some hotels and stuff like that. Nowhere. Nowhere on a site. Ruth Außer married. Okay, now is well as managing military work and so on. Home care, look, all kinds of stuff, with exception of, well, except here on the Lincoln, there is something on the Lincoln. There was something on a Vimeo that needs to be taken down. Don't worry, you're not gonna see me. This is not myself. Uh, some other guy, and it goes like this, and it appears like as if I would be wiped off. Now I actually see one here somewhere. And this is actually a transfer station I have created many, many years ago for people just to ensure that they would find the link if somehow something impossible, something like, oh my God, there is nowhere to be found either. Oh wow, I'm not lucky, not lucky me. If you go under the pictures here, you're not gonna get anything. You get this lady here which participated in MK Ultra. Um, you get something on YouTube. You get this YouTube. You get to see the YouTube, but the news site. Actually, look at it. One I see here, Außer Times Blogspot. Wow, one picture. That's what you get now. Now that's quite insane. That's quite insane. But nothing. Oh no, nothing. Truly, truly, truly nothing. Nothing. Here's something on Vimeo that there is a lot of stuff I need to remove. Um, Nothing. Nothing anywhere. Nothing. Like I would not even exist ever. Angela Merkel promised me that stuff. Uh, but her idea was to constantly delete and delete the results so that these search results here, they would be constantly deleted. So I think she's got something to do with that. But other than that, I am going to tell you like this. This is procedure identical to Facebook, where I already, and I invite you to try. I invite you, in fact, to enter any link from this news site of mine, anything, any link, or try to use short link, tiny link or something tiny, whatever that is, Google tiny link, whatever it is. They're no longer in business anyways, but anything you would try to use, any kind of trick, they have special automated system on Facebook that would prevent anyone from posting link anywhere in Facebook like this, like you see here. That's why I did this thing. I insert it inside of my videos everywhere. Google Außer Times, so that I would overcome that barrier. Now I think it's becoming obvious that this barrier is related to a new spy accusation. You know, um, I want you to see the time and day here. Um, I have to type really, really gently because the computer, if you type too hard, it just turns so off. I was told that's the case it's gonna be. This is a computer that's radiating. This is the old computer, and the computer I bought in Poland, just as they promised me they would, they already have broken one. So whether I like it or not, I have to stick with a poisonous one. So they did that stuff as soon as I came here. This is all choice they made for me. Choice United Nations made for me because they allow this kind of stuff to go on. It's actually again America spying on Germany, Denmark. They are spying on everybody. So we have a new scandal. Denmark accused of helping U.S. to spy on Germany, and I don't know whom they spy on. France demands answers on U.S. Danish spying and stuff like that. Um, it started 4 days ago. The bullshit against me started uh, more than 4 days ago, and it's the next video I am going to go to. It's going to be related. This is why this news here. If you didn't read one, this is really good one. You have no idea about what went on here, what Angela Merkel did. She's involved in some very serious problems. I met these people here, friends of mine, German friends. They came to see me all the way from Germany, and it's something she promised me. This is a big proof. Yeah, the next video I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go and do the MK Ultra, just like I did one on the White House, let's say. Is this here? Yeah, it's interesting. It should be here though. You're always gonna see this here. I was inside of the Camp David. I was in the White House many times. Camp David. It's where they tortured me. It's where they engaged also in MK Ultra. No, this is actually a little horrific, isn't it? They talk about all this torture, they talk about all this stuff, but they have done something very similar also in Germany. So, meeting these two friends from Germany gave me an idea to tell more about the Germany itself to German people, because German people, they don't know a lot about what went on. That's why I said this thing here. It's really good one to learn, to read about Angela Merkel, where I actually explained this psychiatrist Peter Kapsch. He would go to Germany. He would first do his stuff in Serbia, then he would go to Germany, and he was trying to implicate German government in crime against me as much as possible, so he would protect his ass. The one who jumped in this was Angela Merkel, on whose behalf he actually started to write down the abuse he would do against me. Angela Merkel triggered with her behavior, and I'm going to go specifically into this issue. This is Munhausen. Very, very negative energy. It's not that I would be popular, but you could almost say that from 1995, the economy, the rise of the German economy, basically rested on my shoulders. It wasn't that how they would get through all the way to Belarus and to Russia to do the trade, Ukraine. they managed to get through me so much stuff that's actually people related, and in Belarus and in Ukraine and in Russia. They actually started to grow German population there, believe it or not. That her conduct in Munich, well, it was her conduct would not match whatever happened in Munich, and I'm going to do the video about this next, and her conduct even less matched what happened in Berlin, where as I explained in 2005, in Berlin, the lady, well, you can read this yourself. She collaborated against me with people because of whom all this stuff happened. So she collaborated with the Serbian Chetnik state, and she got me know, she got me understand all this in front of her German colleagues. She was not ashamed to do this stuff. She was not ashamed to humiliate, and I don't know what. In 2005, when this thing was pretty much finished, completed, literally in front of her German colleagues, with this individual, Peter Kopsch, as I stated. And so promised me that when I am going to be doing this kind of video about the well, about München, about the Munich, I am going to have a lot of computer problems and all kinds of problems that's going to happen. This is going to be a big price you're going to have to pay for this one. This one is going to cost you a lot. It was not torture that was enough. These people, to whose conditions I did not agree ever, demanded for every proof I would obtain like this, because she sent me my friends, and that was it. For everything I would obtain, I actually would have to pay a price, and the price was that I did record the video about the Munich area, about the Bavaria, twice already, and twice through this program that you see here. This is, oh, I'm still recording this stuff. It would just go, and you see, start recording, and then is a pause button here. Yeah, the only thing they would do is they would pause me this. They would continually pause me. So I started to record. You spent several hours here wasting your brain, blowing your brain out, and just to your disappointment to learn that nothing ever was recorded. So this is pretty crazy, man. When you think about that, you go inside of the streets to give, like here, let's say in Eschading, where the friend from Stefan lived, worked not too far from here, then here, where you go literally through the streets, through the university that you're going to explain all kinds of stuff around, and you blow your brain to what some referred not to help me in any way, but there was a guy here who referred to this shit. And you will be doing, sometimes it will feel like Mariana Trench. This is not really to, like, you go 36,000 feet down, about 10 kilometers below, into the water channel depth. That's the kind of pressure that you will face. But the kind of pressure that you will face is only 26 years of life. These people destroyed me. And trust me, what I want to do is I want to get the fuck out of here, out of this room, go about my life, do my stuff. Not that I'm locked here, imprisoned here. And so Angela Merkel, she did a lot of problems. She did a lot of stuff. came up with the idea to imprison me for a few days more, I guess, with all this. She promised me that I'm going to pay a big price for this and this and that. I think this bullshit she is creating because of the stuff that I mentioned earlier. There were people here in Munich area, in Germany, in Bavaria, with whom she got into a deep disagreement because of me already. And there is a possibility that she's going to get even into a bigger disagreement because of, because of her ethical procedures. Interesting enough, she used to refer to me as a Baron Munhausen. Who was a Baron Munhausen? Baron Munhausen was this guy here, a fiction, a liar, somebody who lied and lied and lied and lied and lied and lied. Oh. So this was just, I think she's very, very unethical. I think that she's just very, very unethical. I'm not going to go into equality issues because I'm not going to compare myself to somebody like Elon Musk, others who entered MK Ultra, and upon the entry to one, they entered one as a staff members, and upon entry into one, did a technicality in front of me when I was drugged up, as if they have proven themselves during MK Ultra is much smarter than myself and this and that, and it was just something used for me to accept being less than a fucking slave, less than animal, basically. Less than slave, yes. Actually, when you are drugged up, when you are rated as paranoid schizophrenic, when you are tortured, poisoned with a food, so that you would match exactly the opposite of what is, let's say, in Africa, or what happened during the Holodomor, let's say, when the people were starved to death. Exactly the opposite, because feed you with a chocolate like they did to me. They feed you like the psychiatrist moved inside of this home and presented himself as myself, as the son of the mom and dad. Deterred people away, terrified people. I would return back to the US with more and more extra kilos, drive me completely insane here inside of my own home. With idea to depict me as demented person, as crazy. Along this, I yet have to demonstrate you what was done with the computers, with everything. They created what they refer to as an upside down world. And so eventually accuse me of being mentally ill. That's when you put the person, rate one, classify one, forbid one from employment and so on for 26 years, and cripple you. You don't actually even cripple animal or slaves. You don't cripple because you don't get much out of it. In the end, as they told me, before you're going to come out with this, they did keep their promise, even about crippling. And I'm going to tell you, for the last 4 years, I didn't sleep more than 4 hours a night. I probably have really these cancer issues. And if they're not cancer issues, they're very, very closely resembling one. I'm referring to the lymph nodes. It's about the sound that you experience, like blood pressure, something like this, in the rear of your head. It's not brain tumor or anything like that. It's related to the gland nodes. Yeah, you end up less than animal. You end up less than a slave with this Baron Munhausen philosophy. I see nothing funny about. Um, I am gonna have to create something so that you're gonna have a chance again to see me. You can see here I am on a freelancer still. This is something I created in Poland, Vimeo. But other than that, I disappeared. I disappeared anywhere from the internet. Google erased me completely. The whole news site, they erased everything. This is a news site. Um, this news site exists already since, yeah, I don't know how long, since, I don't know, 2010, whatever, the news site alone. Identical to Facebook, identical procedure to Facebook. And this is not about Donald Trump. Keep in mind, the US president in the United States of America, the president we have in the US right now, that's this gentleman right here. His name is Joe Biden. This is happening under Joe Biden. This is happening under Joe Biden. This isn't even happening anymore under Donald Trump. So pretty much it's where we are heading it. We had NSA scandal, if you remember. If you remember NSA scandal, we had this before. I was exactly the same identical situation. They ruined. You have no idea what they do. It takes you about 30 seconds to a minute for you to actually, for the page to connect to the internet page that you want to visit. That's how they do it. You have no idea. They told me we have a book, we have a encyclopedia of bullshit book, and the only thing we go one issue by other. Yeah, I went through completely insane stuff. All through situation drastically improved since I carried the hard drives. I made them portable, so I would carry them with me. But I gotta tell you that with what is going on, with what's happening these days, it's not a good stuff. All right, it's not a good stuff. I'm gonna present some stuff on the internet and so on, but this year about the Denmark and this and that, all this stuff that you see here about the Denmark, about U.S. spying on this, there is no bigger violation of the American U.S. Constitution and international laws pertaining to torture treaties. Everything that would apply to this case. There's nothing going on, anything right now in this world more than this case. This here, this NSA, all this stuff is because I started to talk on my news site. I started to complain about this stuff here. And you can see this, that, yeah, the delay is, as I explained, I already explained. They control the computer remotely. They're doing all kinds of stuff. Even the Blogger, not only the applications I install, not only the Windows 8, but even the Blogger application, not only applications that you would install like this. This is external application, this application here. This is external one. Not only Blogger, you understand? Not only Blogger, but I should say not only applications like this, not only software you would install on a computer, but literally external applications, internet applications such as Blogger, they even control. Even through the Blogger, they drive you crazy. I don't know, is it possible to program Blogger literally going through computer, through my computer, and going to the Blogger and do this remotely or something like this? This is reprogrammed, this stuff here. It stopped after 1 week after I started the recording. It stopped, right? I have no idea, but I did experience not only this year, but I have other issues also with the Blogger. I did not record only because there's so much stuff that goes on. It's called the upside down world. They turn everything upside down. Here I have a video about the drivers. Um, no, there's nothing you cannot do. You're not capable to perform either. There's nothing you can do. You can't system restore. You cannot use either the system restore. You cannot do. There's nothing you can do. You cannot even go and use the USB stick to refresh the computer. This is really incredible, to refresh Windows, because through the USB stick you could refresh. At least if restore doesn't want to do it, you get displayed that I don't know, the file with the drivers did not complete successfully. I don't know, where the drivers are stored. Everything okay. Whenever you restore or you do a refreshment of the PC through the USB key, everything okay. But it says that the file where it did not complete successfully because the file where um, drivers are stored is missing. Something like this. Yet I have to put it on. This is too much stuff for me to go about, because it's what they call upside down world. So it's pretty insane. Now I see the upside down world is taking another dimension, and this dimension I don't actually, the news site does not even appear anywhere on the internet. So if the people Google my news site, this is something incomprehensible. Uh, they cannot even find me anymore on the internet. The news site you can't find on the internet. The news site that had already more than billion hits easily several years ago. That's crazy. Now that's what I call really, really going over the top. Since I started this was in 2010. That's 11 years. I have not received a single dime, a single penny, anything, any kind of financial support, anything like this. People from PayPal were involved. People from all kinds of financial businesses were involved. They actually told me to put like cryptocurrency options and this and that. Then after some time, somebody told me on how they profit the money through these cryptocurrencies, through the wallets. That's a lot of money being stolen and stuff like this. So I reminded myself of that stuff, and I removed this option because I figured out they're actually using even the site maybe to collect the money, and that's somebody else actually collecting the money. No, I have not received anything, not on my banking accounts, not on Neteller, not on Patreon, um, not on PayPal, not anywhere ever. Basically anything like this. Now actually they are blocking, from what I see, even this here, just like they started to do on a Facebook, which executives, just like with a Google, the case were totally involved in this MK Ultra also. Oh, so this is, I don't know what else I would say to you about this. What's new is this thing here. They are trying to make me, I guess, to disappear. And this thing is happening under Joe Biden. Joe Biden and his Democrat administration. So, wonderful thing. 26 years of this, ladies and gentlemen.